Hello and welcome to this look at an applied graphical entropy question. They say to use the graph in figure 18.1 to answer the following. So you've got the graph on the left. First thing is to draw the line of best fit. Obviously that's going to look something like this. And then they want you to determine delta S in joules per Kelvin per mole for reaction 2. So reaction 2 is mentioned earlier in the question. The part of the question I'm going to be doing doesn't need you to know about reaction 2, but they do give you the Gibbs equation. So a closer look at the Gibbs equation and you'll see that it actually is fairly similar to y equals mx plus c. So the x coordinate is going to be the temperature. You can see that clearly down here with the x-axis labelled T in Kelvin. Delta S is going to be the gradient. Delta G is going to be the y-coordinate because you can see that the y-axis is labelled delta G in kilojoules per mole. And finally, delta H is going to be the y-intercept. So once we've worked out that we've got a similar kind of setup to y equals mx plus c, we can come back to the idea of determining delta S. So we have to work out the gradient of it. So if I now look at using the scales to get dy over dx, the scales being the most accurate way of doing it because the scales were provided in the question, it also means that I use a larger triangle to get my dy over dx, hence it's more accurate in terms of measurement. So that gives me negative 128 joules per Kelvin per mole because the gradient is obviously a negative gradient because it's a downward slope. However, if you look at the question, they want you to give them delta S, not negative delta S. And if the negative delta S from the Gibbs equation happens to be a negative gradient, two negatives make a positive. So in fact, we actually end up with 128, positive 128, because that then gives us the delta S with the correct mathematical sign. So to determine the minimum temperature, this would occur at delta G equals 0. So looking at where delta G is 0 and extrapolating downwards, you can see it's 350 Kelvin. So down here. So delta G is 0. Draw a line across till it touches your line of best fit and bring it down to 350. So finally, you need to determine delta H for reaction 2. And like we said, delta H is the y-intercept, so it's the point at which the line of best fit crosses the y-axis. Now that happens to be 46. Okay, hopefully this has been a useful look at an applied, but once you realise what it's about, a fairly straightforward question. It's quite common to see this in modern exams. So thanks for listening. Until next time, see you soon.